Hello! Welcome in this new painting in motion video. I'm Nolwenn Petitbois and today I will be sharing a very special painting I created. If you've been following me on social media, you know that I'm currently obsessed with Billie Eilish. That 17-year-old singer is just, I don't know, I have no words for it, but I love her, and my two daughters, who are now 12 and almost 14, are obsessed with her as well. And we're so sad we are missing her show in Montreal, but that's a whole other story. So today I'm sharing with you a fan art painting that I created because I needed to share my love for her. So this is a painting. But I thought that I needed a disclaimer, like in big red letters. This is not meant to be a realistic painting of Billie Eilish. It was not meant to look like her. But instead, I wanted to share my take on how I see her in my own style. And I hope you'll enjoy. And please, if you do, share with your friends and family and leave me a comment. If you have a favorite Billie Eilish song, tell me which one. I'd love to know. And see you later. I always play music when I'm working in my studio, so of course I had to shuffle all of Billie Eilish's music. I cast it on my Google Chrome thing. And I start with some gesso and stencils, creating the first layer and adding some texture. As you can see, I'm not very good at cleaning my stencils, so some of them had some leftover spray paint. And I was like, why not adding some color on wet gesso? It doesn't react exactly the same as when it's dry, and it's always interesting to see what happens. And that first layer needs to dry. It's the worst part of creative stuff. I'm always protecting my hands when I know that I will be hand painting, because some of the pigments are very harmful and I don't want that to, put me at risk. So I'm just adding two of my favorite colors here and there with my fingers to get it on the surface. I'm not really thinking at that point. And drying again. Oh yes. Trying to decide the orientation of the canvas. I can always change my mind, right? So looking on Google for some photo reference. However, as I said, at the beginning of this video, it's not a realistic portrait. That's not what I do, that's not what I like to do. But I wanted to get some of the stuff right. And Billie Eilish has these big, clear blue eyes that I really wanted to get right. And for the hair, she's known for her gray or blue hair, and I decided to braid her hairstyle. Going back to that beautiful pale blue, and using my Stabilo water-soluble pencil that I use all the time, and trying to get the eyes done. Blending two different blues, teal from Golden and that from Dessert, which is a Canadian brand. I'm adding a layer of white acrylic just to see better what I'm doing. And as you can see, I use the paint to activate the Stabilo pencil. Oh gosh, I didn't like that mouth at all. So what I like about the Stabilo is that it's easy to erase. Just add a little bit of water and wipe it off. Just shading. There's always that very, very ugly stage. And here we are. Still not liking the mouth. Don't worry, it will all get fixed later. Now for the hair, I'm using my favorite color, which is the muted gray from Liquitex. It seems really dark, which it actually is, but when you add some white or a clear color to it, it becomes that mauve that I love, that smoky color that's just the best ever to me. And I want it to stay painterly and see the brush strokes and everything. It's getting somewhere. Just so you see which one I'm talking about. Okay, so Billie Eilish has this song called You Should See Me in a Crown, which is a very nice song, and I've always known that if I've ever decided to paint Billie Eilish, she would need a crown. And that crown is a pain in the ass, okay? It's very difficult to get right. So I did my best and made some arrangement so it's not exactly the same, but the idea is there. She couldn't do simple, right? So now I'm adding the base layer of white because it's very difficult to see otherwise. It's a very weird crown. And you see me hesitating because I'm looking at the picture to be sure it's making sense. Oh my gosh, it's a really strange crown. What was I thinking? Tell me. And there's this big cross on it. Billie Eilish's style is very defined. She's always wearing very large clothing, and I always picture her with yellow or fluorescent green, and I said, okay, I'm obsessed with yellow right now, so go for it. And it's a nice contrast with the rest of the painting. Just like a hoodie, but you cannot see the hood. Back to the face. I decided to use soft pastel to add some more intensity. I love using soft pastel with acrylic. And I decided to add some golden flakes with a stencil. Right now it looks white, but it will dry clear. Back to the crown. I'm using a pearl color first and decided it was not enough, so I decided to use a shimmery grey paint instead. That is pretty translucent. I'm not really liking it, so I need to fix it. Adding some details on the background. This is zinc white, which is more translucent than that titanium white. Trying to make it one thing. And she's also known for a big jewelry, but I was not feeling up to painting all these chains around her neck, so just a necklacing below. Back to the crown. I need to make it right. So I'm using the same brand, which is from FanArt, and this time I'm using a blue to go on top. And the brown for the crown. The cross, sorry. Now I wanted to add that symbol that I saw on our merchandising, and I'm using the Petitbois acrylic markers. And she needed a friend, so I decided to add that weird ghostly figure by her side. And as usual, I'm using that water-soluble pencil. Didn't like the teeth, so bye bye. I felt like you needed some gold accents. And the crown was too plain, so I decided to add accents with my fine silver acrylic marker. I'm still trying to understand how this works, that tool. And she's almost done. That fine tip gold marker is my new favorite. I asked my daughter Kalyani to do the spider web. She's really good at drawing and into details, which I'm not. And she's a fan of Billie Eilish as well, so that was fun for her. And tiny spider.